The notification hits your phone. Your direct deposit clears, and for about 5 glorious minutes, you feel a sense of total security. Then reality hits. The rent auto-pays, the car note clears, the subscription fees take their cut, and a few food delivery orders later, your newly deposited cash is gone. Most people assume they have an income problem. The data points to a routing problem. You are letting human emotion decide when to spend, leaving saving for whatever happens to be left over. Today, we are setting up a mechanical 5-minute routine that reverses that exact flow. We are going to build a system that forces your money to pay you first. To execute this, you need 3 things in front of you right now: your employer's payroll portal login, a high-yield bank account, and your primary investment app. By automating your paycheck sequence, you stop working just to fund everyone else's balance sheet, and you start actively capturing your own wealth. Step 1 happens at the source. Log into your company's payroll portal and redirect your direct deposit away from your standard everyday checking account. This chart compares your options. The flat line on the bottom is the 0.01% interest of a standard checking account, which fails to keep pace with inflation. The steep curve is your new destination, a high-yield holding tank earning 4% to 5% APY. Leaving unassigned cash in a traditional checking account triggers a behavioral trap. When your brain sees a large available balance right next to a debit card, it flags that money as safe to spend. By detaching this holding tank from your physical debit card, you create a structural barrier that helps mitigate impulse purchases. You know this step is verified when your next paycheck bypasses your old bank completely and lands directly into this isolated ecosystem. Before you even begin to think about a budget, this firewall ensures your idle cash is already generating yield. Apply the 50-30-20 algorithm. 50% drops into your survival baseline for non-negotiable costs like housing. If this exceeds half your pay, you must downsize. 30% flows to a lifestyle account for dining and entertainment. The final 20% is wealth equity, locked and invested automatically. Forcing the household to operate on an 80% baseline creates a structural surplus, ensuring that a significant portion of every dollar you earn is directed toward long-term assets. Now open your brokerage apps and configure automated transfers that pull directly from that 20% equity fund. The largest pipeline flows into broad market ETFs, like VU or VTI. This recruits the top 500 companies in the world to act as your growth engine. The second pipeline routes a portion into hard asset hedges, using fractional commercial real estate or REITs. These physical assets act as a shield, helping to preserve your purchasing power as the cost of goods and services rises over time. Look at this sheet of uncut dollars. Aggressive central bank policies and continuous printing can dilute the value of cash, which is why owning tangible assets is a critical part of the plan. The final pipeline takes a strict 1 to 5% and routes it into a digitally scarce asset via automated Bitcoin purchases. This represents an asset class with a fixed supply, independent of monetary printing presses. Do not attempt to execute these buys manually. Human hesitation during market volatility is the primary reason most individual strategies fail. Check your app settings. You are finished when you see a scheduled next auto-buy date loaded and waiting, requiring no manual intervention. By removing the manual buy button, you bypass the emotional friction of investing, ensuring your plan executes regardless of the day's headlines. The middle class spends first and saves what's left, often ending the month exactly where they started. The top 1% automate the capture of wealth first and live only on what remains. The payoff is a closed-loop system where your net worth has a designated path for growth. This reduces the mental load of financial management, letting you focus on your life while the mechanics run in the background. The specific high-yield accounts, tools, and structural blueprints to lock this system onto your phone are linked in the description below. Set them up today. With your paycheck routing fixed, your next step is to flood those pipelines with more capital. Click the video on your screen right now to learn the top passive income engines for this year. I'll see you there.